Hey Loomers, it's Michelle from Rainbow Loom, and for today's guest design, we'll be learning how to make this easy Fortnite bracelet by SleeplessLoomer. This is a beginner-friendly, hook-only bracelet, and I love how open this design is. It's very stretchy and comfortable to wear. If you're part of the Rainbow Loom community on Instagram, then you've most likely come across SleeplessLoomer's amazing bracelets. She is one of our OG Loomers who started doing Rainbow Loom back in 2014 and has contributed many creative and original designs. Her Instagram and TikTok accounts will be linked below in the description if you want to follow her and see more of her work. You can also find some tutorials for a couple of her designs in the description box below. And lastly, thank you to SleeplessLoomer for sharing this fun design with us. If you enjoy this design, then please leave a like and let's get started. First, let's go over the materials needed. I am using an easy clip to close off my bracelet, and the double-ended loomi-loom hook available on the Rainbow Loom web store. This hook was made just for precisely grabbing and looming rubber bands. And lastly, I will of course be using rubber bands, but these ones are a little different. These are actually Rainbow Loom silicone rubber bands, which are slightly less stretchy than our normal bands, but are super long lasting, and I personally have a bracelet from over 8 years ago that still looks as good as new. These bands come in 2 different shapes, normal and cylindrical. You can check these out on the Rainbow Loom web store, and if you're a fan of the silicone bands, then stay tuned because we may be adding more to the Rainbow Loom web store in the future. As for the band count, this depends on your wrist size and how loose you want your bracelet to be. I used 36 bands for this bracelet, and for most people, I would prepare around 30 to 50 bands, which I know is a pretty wide range. Before we start looming, keep in mind that if you are left-handed, you will be doing everything mirrored. So when I say to reclaim the first loop on your hook, you will actually reclaim the last band, which should be the rightmost loop. Now let's get started making our bracelet. I have my band layout here, and the first band we will place down is this one that gets crossed, and in this bracelet here, it's the darker red, and in this bracelet, it's the white. For this bracelet, I am using the silicone Persian black. So take your crossing band, and we will make a cap band with it. Place a single band on your hook, and twist the band once so that there are 2 loops. From the top, you can kind of see an infinity sign. Then take another of the same crossing color, and we will pull this band through both of the loops on your hook. Then close by placing the loop that you're holding onto the hook. We won't be doing anything with the cap band, so you can just place your clip of choice onto the first band. I have my easy clip here, and this is actually my favorite clip ever. I think it's really secure. Just slide the 2 loops of the cap band into the opening of the clip. Now we can continue our bracelet, and I have my second color, which is the silicone Persian purple, and the crossing band here. Pull the second color through the first loop on your hook, which is also the loop closest to the tip of your hook. And then close by placing the loop in your hand onto the hook. Your hook should now have 2 loops of your second color and 1 loop of your crossing band. Then take your crossing color and we will pull it through everything on your hook, so all 3 of these loops. And then we will reclaim the first loop, which is this one here closest to the tip of your hook. So pull this new band through everything, and you can see the 3 loops sitting on this new band. We will reclaim the first loop, which is the Persian purple for me, and then close. Now we will flip the order of our second band and the first loop of our crossing band. So just move the second band so that it's on the outside. Then we will move this middle loop off our hook to create the crossing effect. There are 2 ways to do this. One way is to grab the middle band and just pull it off your hook. When we do the next section, I'll show you the other way that you can do this crossing step. So this is our first completed section of the Fortnite bracelet, and the last thing we have to do is flip our bracelet to the other side. So if you have this double-ended loomi-loom hook, then you can just slide your creation to the other side and flip your hook. If you are using a normal hook though, you can just pinch your creation, remove the hook, and insert it from the other side. We want our crossing band to be the outermost one on our hook when we start working on each section. Let's restart this pattern. The first band will be our second color, so grab one of those and just pull it through the first loop on your hook, which should be the crossing band. then close. Then pull a band in your crossing color through all 3 loops on your hook and reclaim the first loop. Then close. Now let's rearrange the first and second loops on our hook. So first move the middle loop, which should be your second color, so that it's the outermost one. Then we will pull the middle loop off your hook. The second way to do this is to slide the middle loop over the first loop like this. You can do whichever method you prefer. The last step of this section is to flip your bracelet to the other side. If you don't have this hook, you can just pinch the bands and reinsert the hook from the other side. Or if you do have this hook, then you can just slide your bracelet to the other side. Let's do another repeat of this pattern. I'm starting with my second color and pulling that through the first loop on my hook, which is the crossing band. Then close. Then we're going to pull the crossing color through all 3 loops on our hook and reclaim the first loop. So just pull this through and reclaim the first loop, and then close. Now let's rearrange the first and second loops on our hook like this. Then we can do the crossing step with the middle band. Remember that there are 2 ways to do this. I'm just going to grab the middle loop and pull it off my hook. And the last step now is to flip your creation to the other side. So I'm just flipping my hook and sliding my bracelet over. I will do another repeat of this pattern with you one more time. Start with your second color and pull that through the first loop on your hook, then close. With your crossing color, pull that through all 3 loops on your hook and reclaim the first loop. If you're right-handed, reclaim the leftmost loop, but if you're left-handed, reclaim the rightmost loop. Then close. Now we can rearrange the loops, so pull the loop with your second color so that it's closer to the tip of your hook. Then we can do the crossing step, so move the middle band off your hook. This time I'm sliding it off my hook. And this is what your bracelet should look like so far. Flip your bracelet around and then you can restart this pattern. If you want to continue doing this together, then you can rewind using the timestamps in the description. Otherwise, keep watching to see how we end this bracelet. My bracelet is now long enough to go around my wrist, and I used around 44 bands for a looser fit. Ending this is really simple. Just make sure that you have completed the crossing step using your crossing band and that you have 2 loops left on your hook. Then you can just connect those 2 loops to your clip of choice. So I'm just holding onto those 2 loops and placing them into the easy clip. After attaching your clip to the other side, your bracelet is now complete. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on how to create this Fortnite bracelet created by SleeplessLoomer. If you make this, please tag us at official_RainbowLoom and use the hashtag RainbowLoom so that we can see your creations on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We also host weekly giveaways on our Instagram called our Loom Star of the Week contest, where you can win some fun prizes, so be sure to follow us there. In the description box below, you can find where to purchase your own Rainbow Loom products. We have so many kits available and there's honestly something for everyone. We are also selling some Rainbow Loom products on our TikTok shop, so if you're in the US, check out our store, which has some exclusive bundles and deals that you can't find anywhere else. And again, thanks for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one.